an unidentified man received all the attention one could expect after releasing a video online of him having sex with a large snake. The video, which showed the man sprawled out on his bed doing every awful thing imaginable, made its rounds on Tumblr and Vine, but has since been removed. Since the man was never identified, it has been impossible to find him for comment, though we're not fully convinced we care what he has to say. A Tennessee man named Lonnie Hutton felt a sudden, overwhelming sexual appetite and expended it on the first objects he came in contact with. In this case, the objects in question were an ATM and a picnic table. After entering a bar in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the man stripped naked and began humping an ATM. When officers arrived and brought Hutton outside to calm him down, he immediately jumped on the nearest picnic table and began to thrust vigorously against it. He was finally arrested on a charge of public intoxication. Edwin Charles Berta, an Ohio man with an unmistakably intense libido, was found standing naked on the side of the road, robustly copulating with a pink pool float. When the police were called and the man was arrested, it was discovered this had been his 5th time being caught having sexual intercourse with an inanimate object, having had sex with pool floats 3 times before, and having pleasured himself with a pumpkin in 2002. For his most recent arrest, Berta was held on an $18,000 bond. Edward Smith, a lover of cars by a multitude of definitions, is not shy about his sexual obsession: intercourse with vehicles. Smith has admitted to having sex with over 1,000 cars, his favorite being a Volkswagen Beetle he named Vanilla, for reasons we'd rather not go into. He has also specified his sexual appetite for a 1993 Ford Ranger, a 73 Opel GT, and a 69 Beetle. While Smith didn't clarify the ways in which he makes love to the vehicles, he also confessed to having once had sex with a helicopter, which also raised more questions than answers. In Inya in southern Brazil, a man was caught by a security camera, becoming a bit too intimate with a store mannequin after breaking into the shop. The intended robber put a shirt over his head in an effort to obscure his face. Once inside, he slipped off his shorts and proceeded to masturbate furiously against the mannequin. At the end of the tape, he strolls away without stealing a thing, leaving viewers to no clue of his identity. In a NASA-funded experiment, Margaret Howe worked extensively with an adolescent dolphin named Peter in the 1960s. While the initial idea of the experiment was for humans to teach dolphins how to speak English, Peter and Margaret's work habits soon became much more intimate, until finally Lovett insisted their relationship become sexual. Lovett claimed that the dolphin sex was very gentle and said that it happened in a very natural way. She admitted all of this decades after being romantically involved with the sea creature. Bizarre in and of itself, another man named Michael Brenner has also admitted to bestiality with a dolphin in the 1970s. While having sex with a ghost is not something one hears every day, it's actually a fairly common phenomenon, considering the broad range of sexual encounters we've listed so far. Spectrophilia is a term for sexual attractions to ghosts, phantoms, or specters. The term is also used to describe the sexual encounters themselves. A number of celebrities have admitted to engaging in this phenomenon, including Lucy Liu, the late Anna Nicole Smith, Dan Aykroyd, and pop superstar Kesha. Christopher Pagano had a specific fetish when it came to pleasing the ladies. For some reason, he would drive up to unsuspecting women and prostitutes and pay them to watch what he does with a block of Swiss cheese. He would thrust into it repeatedly until he climaxed. After a number of complaints by emotionally traumatized women, a photo of Pagano in the act was released online, which led to his arrest by officers whom we assume were very confused by the whole ordeal.